Maido. Hi there, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about AI. Present, Master Shimasho. This is the 8th year of the Presentation Japan series podcast, and we are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata Present no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni Suru no wa Yamimashou. And my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. Through this podcast, I want to help you become a better speaker to be 1, clear, 2, confident, 3, persuasive, 4, highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 413, and today we are talking about seamless slides and stellar delivery. Be fearful of AI's potential in presentations in Japan. Something I had never heard of before called Steampunk popped up in my TikTok feed. Now, I write a daily blog published on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X called Fare Bella Figura, Make a Good Impression, Be a Sharp-Dressed Man, on the subject of classic menswear for business. Obviously, I'm interested in how we men choose to master and control our first impression in public. Everyone is judging us based on how we appoint ourselves, and that is before we have any chance to utter even one word. If that is the case, and it is, why not make an effort to control that first vital impression? Anyway, that's another podcast subject, so back to today's theme. These steampunk videos were AI created and featured seriously killer handsome men wearing very, very cool Victorian-era clothing. The imagery was amazing, fantastical, and addictive. Sadly, probably no one looked anything near that good in foggy Victorian London, and few guys today could even come close to these AI images. It's all fake, and that is an important point to keep in mind when we're dealing with AI. This got me thinking about AI and fakery in the field of business presentations. Where is the line to discriminate between fakery and authenticity? Let's look at some of the AI tools and see where they are leading us. Canva, Beautiful.ai, Visme, etc. Use AI to arrange our basic slides into very sophisticated output. If we're not sure what style of visual presentation will best suit the content, then we can access help from Microsoft Designer and Google Slides AI. If we have numbers to represent on screen, then Infogram and Datawrapper can help. The AI will suggest the best chart type based on the data. I don't know, do we need that much help though? For data over time, use line graphs. For short-term comparisons, use bar charts. And use pie charts for gauging proportional differences. If we think about how to put the talk together, then ChatGPT, Claude, and Jasper AI can craft a script as a base for us to work with. If we want a formal tone, we can command it, or go for a conversational tone, and the AI will respond accordingly. If, like me, you are not that red hot on grammar and punctuation, then Grammarly or Pro Writing Aid can make suggestions. They don't always get it right, so we have to maintain a certain amount of knowledge to intervene when needed. It is handy, though, to remind that you've started the last three sentences with the same word, so that we can introduce more variety into our prose. I haven't tried them myself yet, but I'm told that OI and Speako will analyze my delivery in real time. I can get feedback on pacing, tone, filler words, modulation, and pronunciation. I had to give a major keynote recently to an elite audience. If I'd been more organized, I could have tried them out. I'll use them for the next time during my rehearsals. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese, we do them in English, we do them in our super safe classroom, and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 5th and 6th of December, we'll have our high impact presentations class. On the 13th of February, we'll be doing a 3-day Dale Carnegie course. And on the 14th of February, we're doing our Winning with Relationships selling program. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget to grab my business best-selling books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Saegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muri ni suru wa yamemashou, and my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. I wonder if they give us good, better feedback rather than confidence-sapping critique. By the way, a word to the wise. If you ever ask anyone to listen to your practice sessions, instruct them to give you only good, better feedback. Otherwise, their first inclination will usually be to criticize what you are doing and demotivate you. I've seen some speakers using Mentimeter and Slido, which are AI-driven to facilitate real-time audience interaction. We can run instant polls, pose questions, and get feedback during a presentation. We could do the same things analog too, but it looks cool to use these tools. I've seen simple bats with yes on one side and no on the other used to gauge audience agreement with whatever the speaker is proposing. And it works well. We could simply ask people to raise their hands in response to their agreement with the question or not, and no tech involved. Personally, I go for simplicity when presenting. I do recommend keeping a hawk-eyed accounting of the faces of the people in the audience. If you think that is too old school, you can try beyond verbal and emotional AI. These tools will interpret audience facial reactions and voice tones to help you understand the engagement levels of the audience. All great stuff. But I find watching their faces carefully does the same thing, and it is real time. There's no doubt AI is here to stay, and capacity will only broaden and improve. We have to keep in mind, though, that these are just tools and not a substitute for our role as the speaker. I actually don't want my AI-enhanced slide deck to be so spectacular that the audience stops watching me and becomes totally engrossed with what is on screen. We, the speaker, have to be the center of attention, and the tools are at our command rather than commanding us. That is why I don't like using videos. If they are to be used at all, let's keep them super short. Like those handsome dudes in the Steampunk videos. The presentation is superb, but the AI is fake, and we can never match what is being presented. Of course, we can dress ourselves in the same Victorian way using fine fabrics, but we will never be that handsome and cool looking. We need to keep AI in perspective too, not get carried away with the tool set and forgetting about the human dimension aspect of the delivery. As the presenters, we must always be the main game, the core talent, and the real focus for our audience. The tech has to be used in moderation, and the speaker must be solely placed in the spotlight. Don't let the AI become the star like in those Steampunk videos I mentioned. We reserve that position for ourselves everywhere, every time, every opportunity, and we allow no AI substitutes for us. Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.